I bought click on YouTube.
Okay, let's see some high kicks.
What?
Let's see some body kicks.
I might not watch that. I do not Undertaker. Phil, but get your ass out the bound.
Get that guard up.
Push him out. Phil, push him out. Come on now.
All right, focus on ending combos with the kick.
Oh, you think that's a bad move? So you're saying I should go recovery for a delicious dinner. Amazing speech, coach.
I know.
That's it. Nice job.
We need to silence our phone. Who knows where that button is?
I don't care.
Everyone that's ramping could have us all. We buy you home and we turn it.
Okay, show me some clutch action.
Help me home. Don't forget you're not
Go. Now block everything.
Say what?
Who else needs to smoke TV?
Hands up.
Yeah.
Keep your hands up.
Protect you from becoming embarrassed, but we can protect you from alone you bother with us.
Don't let him hold you in the clinch.
What difference do 2 inches make? I mean, it's a truck. It's not about inches. I'm just thinking about the garage. You're shopping for a truck.
What it say?
Pretty good.
We'll let you bring it back for a
Shades of
full
Anderson
refund
Silver
within
in
the first 7
there. I
days.
like what I
The way
see.
it should be.
Okay, listen up.
Carmex.
I got a line on another amateur bout coming up. Bit of a step up in opponent, well-rounded striker. Nothing you can't handle. Just putting in this kind of work.
Literally not one.
Right, you
There's
got
a
it?
5-star pizza for everyone in your
Let's
family
go.
tomorrow.
Let's make killers.
Delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Where they move it to?
This is the Corn Orange Whiskey Belt Holder. This is the Rich and Smooth Challenge.
I said, where they move it to on YouTube?
Ding, ding.
All right. It's a full house tonight. Looking for a show. Let's go out there and let's give them one. You've expanded your arsenal to let you use all those weapons now. Right? Control the range. Set up your kicks. Use your combinations. Good. Yeah, you got this.
So where you see it at?
When you order a 2 for $5, you like it inside of PS5.
Let's go.
2 for $5 mix and match. Buy and play game in-app for a chance to win.
Yeah.
And we are live here on USA inside the award-winning WWE Thunderdome. This is Monday Night Raw, and it is Drew McIntyre in a 1-2 handicap match against Chris Jericho and Mr. Man. Early in the match, Drew McIntyre has been dominating the match. This is before the commercial break. Here's some of that dominance for the first.
You see it, Wait. It get Niger or do you feed it everything I'm doing? Why you say that way, man? That's the other again. I said, that's the other again. Oh man. he didn't put a hands up. He didn't do like this. He didn't do like this. He just went like this. Hit me, open. Hit me. Hit me. He said, hit me. Hit me.
All right, that's good. Bring it in. Probably heard this 1,000 times. Wrestling is a dead space for MMA. I don't know if that's true 100% of the time, but what I do know is that if you're the better wrestler,
do you see the caffeine?
Fight takes place. You can keep it standing, or you can take it to the ground, and then your opponent has to adapt. Okay?
Also,
Let's go. Speed, time.
You see it now?
That's the goal.
Who?
Wow. Just wow. So in the blink of an eye, McIntyre pulled that off.
Right.
The strength alone.
Don't test your strong.
Rather than this, and throw him halfway across the ring.
Can't get you down.
Look at this, 265 pounds. Just pulled himself up and talked for us, and now Miz, it'll tag himself
Right.
McIntyre was ready for the Miz. What did he drag himself into? McIntyre has the Miz all to himself. Leaps into the neck breaker.
Come on, let's pick it up here.
McIntyre up.
Okay, let's work on your ground and pound now.
And Woods goes bad news for the Miz. For the soul of the former WWE champion. Think about the future champions here.
Good money.
said they ain't bite.
Okay, here we go. Shoot for some takedowns now.
And they ain't bite. Now do the walk away.
You got some solid technique. Ask me. Yeah, all comes down
He ain't bite.
to who wants it more.
Now do the walk away.
Grinding together the best. I know you're not a quitter, and I got you a chance to prove it against another amateur opponent. As a wrestler, you've got what it takes to win. You have the skills to pay the bills, right? Yeah. Great work tonight.
See, a pot not paying a wanky way.
When you think Drew McIntyre is done, he continues to show more life, more resolve.
And what you see now, Will, and what you see now? I said, do you see the coat? I said, do you see the wine up there?
Okay, the only part of the MMA game we haven't covered, submissions. I know you've done some rolling before, but look.
You see that cut scene, wait.
Learn how to tap people out with chokes and arm bars. You damn sure need to know how to defend against it. Okay, you don't want to hurt Dean picking you up in the middle of the octagon. Trust me. All right, so we'll start with the basics.
So what?
Repetition is the mother of all skill. Drill, drill, drill. Got it? Got it. Good, let's see. Okay, BJJ 101. I want to see maximum efficiency and minimal effort. Be smart with the traps. And don't expend too much energy looking for that submission. Let's go. Let's push the pace on. Excellent job. Here we go. That's the position you want. Let's go.
McIntyre back to the corner. Eyes locked in on Mr. Money in the Bank. McIntyre. Good night. McIntyre pushed you out.
Nice work, yes. Now focus on locking that in. All right, yes. Beautiful work there. Go for the finish. All right, get the takedown now. Excellent. Now make sure you can't hold it. Doesn't matter. All that matters is if you keep putting in this kind of work, your opponent will definitely have to worry about those submissions. That's going to open up all your other weapons. Ready? Right? Let's go.
There's a big crowd. We have a lot of big crowds.
President Trump in Biden's hometown of Scranton.
Who's in this rowdy crowd? Only in Pennsylvania. You know, we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole deal, you know.
Yeah.
Just like
All right, kid.
Both candidates focusing heavily on Pennsylvania, a traditionally blue state that Trump turned red in 2016. It could be the make it or break it state for either campaign. Pennsylvania, you're going to make a decision about who's going to be the next president of the United States. And it's all hands on deck with surrogates stopping in multiple states. Former President Barack Obama leading the trail on behalf of his former vice president in Georgia and Florida.
After 4 years of failure in division, we have the power to change America.
And First Lady Melania Trump giving reports and final solo campaign speech Monday in North Carolina.
Why should we trust Joe Biden when he suggests he can do a better job?
In Wilmington, Delaware, I'm Camila Burnell.
And the final NBC News Wall Street Journal poll showed Biden with a double-digit lead over President Trump. But the race is much tighter, a combined 5 points in the most competitive battleground states.
In Alabama, the biggest state race will be for the seat in the U.S. Senate, currently held by Senator Doug Jones, a Democrat. He's trying to keep that job that he won 2 years ago from a challenger and former football coach. Republican Tommy Tuberville is running for the seat as well. We profiled the Tuberville campaign earlier this evening at 6. So tonight at 10, political reporter Lydia Nussbaum talks to Senator Jones.
Democratic Senator Doug Jones is trying to convince Alabamians that the D next to his name doesn't mean he should be kicked out of office. Democratic Senator Doug Jones is trying to prove that he still fit to represent Alabamians in Congress.
I don't see my role as between Republicans versus Democrats. I see this as I'm representing people of Alabama.
Jones touts his record of 22 bipartisan bills signed into law. But there are still sticking points for some Alabamians. Why did you vote against now Justice Community Rights?
One, my vote was not that bad. We wanted to get the debate, had the votes early on.
He says Senate Republicans would not consider any U.S. Supreme Court nominee made by President Obama before the election years ago. Jones also supports a woman's choice to an abortion, at least in the early stages of a pregnancy. He says he's not in favor of late-term abortion.
Too many folks face the COVID crisis without healthcare coverage.
Healthcare has also been a focal point of Jones's campaign.
Oh, I can't pick him out. Hey.
People forget what all of that COVID care has done to you.
As the pandemic continues, a national mass supports.
You know me taking me down on it.
A recent Auburn University at Montgomery poll shows
There go. With it.
But
Jones enjoys widespread support around the state as a respected former U.S. attorney. By the way, WSFA Scott News did make repeated attempts to speak with Tommy Tuberville in our first profile of the Tuberville campaign tonight at 6. But as we have been reporting since July, Tuberville has not agreed to immediate interviews.
The third congressional seat in our area will also be decided tomorrow. The third congressional district starts at East Montgomery and goes to the Georgia State line. Republican Mike Rogers has held the seat for years and is seeking re-election against Democrat Dr. Adil Winfrey.
Experience matters. You know, I've been doing this for 34 years. I was county commissioner back in the 1980s. I was a state legislator in the 90s. I was 13 years. I know how to make things happen in the legislative process.
The focus of my platform is AEIOU, which stands for Agriculture, Education, Innovation, Opportunity, and Unity. And that sums up what I'm all about, taking our number one industry, which is agriculture, using it to expand our youth and our workforce. The second congressional district is also up for grabs tomorrow, and Congress Republican Mark Roby opted not to run again. Now Republican Barry Moore is running against Democrat Phyllis Harvey Hall to fill the seat. WSFA Fox News reporter Courtney Chandler has more.
Candidate Barry Moore and Phyllis Harvey Hall hope to fill that seat in Washington, D.C. Candidate Barry Moore has served 2 terms in the House of Representatives for District 91. While serving on this state level, he has served as the chairman for the Military and Veterans Affairs in the State House. If elected, he says he plans to serve justice with mercy and humility.
We're happy to be where we're at this point in the game, and so we're inviting everybody to join our camp and on board. And you know, one of the things we want to do is, regardless, come November 3rd,
We want to serve the district in the entirety.
His opponent, Phyllis Harvey Hall, is a former educator for 25 years in Montgomery Public Schools and is a community advocate, working with the Family Sunshine Center and National Association of Educational Progress. Harvey Hall says her campaign is people-focused, and if she is elected, she says her goal is to bring everyone to the table.
I'm not trying to actually just speak to one of us. I want to speak to all of us and bring those diverse voices, and we put forward the legislation that will serve the people.
If Moore or Harvey Hall is elected on Tuesday, this will be the first time that they have served in a position in Washington, D.C. In Montgomery, Courtney Chandler, WSFA 12 News.
And Martha Roby has held the seat 14 years.
When you go to vote tomorrow, you'll also be voting on 6 proposed constitutional amendments here in Alabama. We have a breakdown about each of them right now at our website, WSFA.com. I've also posted that story on my Facebook page. There's also a race for the State Public Service Commission president, as well as several state school board seats, so we encourage you to go online and read more about those before you vote. Supporters of a property tax increase in Montgomery designed to improve the county school system held a final news conference today asking voters to pass that measure tomorrow. If it does pass, the average homeowner in Montgomery, the average home cost about $127,000. That person would pay an additional $150 a year, about $12 a month, were this property tax to pass. Currently, the Montgomery Public School system only receives the state minimum funding, 10 mills.
We cannot continue to recruit industry. We cannot continue to retain our best and brightest students if we don't have a quality public education option.
We want to see growth the way we see it in Huntsville and Mobile and some other places. We have to support our school system. That is what people look at when they decide they're going to come into your community. They look at your public school systems, and it needs to be a viable option. This bill is for your kids, for your grandchildren, building a future for your great-grandkids.
Montgomery's public school system has been underfunded for decades. $200 million in maintenance costs alone. Now, if passed, this additional property tax would create $33 million annually. That money would go to MPS starting in 2023. There is an Auburn-based organization called Democracy Reform Organization. It is urging a Take Back Our Republic, I think, is also in the name of that organization. It is running ads asking people in Montgomery County to oppose the property tax.
For nearly 300,000 Alabamians are projected to cast their ballot in tomorrow's general election. Secretary of State John by the end of the night, but likely won't be the case for other states who may not have.
Okay, I don't even feel fucking on that.
Due to the record number of absentee votes, circuit.
I don't even feel fucking on. I'm going back to my other thing.
Ballots at 7 a.m. instead of noon.
Generally on election night, those returns that come in through the absentee and ballot returns. And so, you know, we're
going back to my other,
as the person in mail equipment to be able to process them quicker. And we've got one of our bigger tabulators. We do about 4,000 ballots an hour over there.
And there could still be delays at the polls due to social distancing requirements. Remember, you can track wait times in Montgomery in real time on the probate judge's website. You can read more about what to expect after the polls close right now on the 12 News app.
Polls will open at 7 in the morning, close at 7 tomorrow night. Here's WSFA 12 News Anchor Sally Pitts with a look at what you need to know before you head out.
Election officials anticipate a record turnout, so you could have to wait a bit when you show up to vote.
You got to know me.
We have some tips to help save you some time. Check your voting location and requirements in advance because those may have changed due to COVID-19. Verify your voter registration information is correct before going to the polls.
So they didn't have it at Walgreens either? Like what they say on when they could get some back in? Did they say when they could get some back in?
No, they didn't say.
Bring your own black ink pen. Bring a stylus or similar object for use with touch.
You know, you got the file done on it. When you first said it, when you first said, hey, I said when you first said that part, that's because you got to get it. I said when you first said somewhere, when we said somewhere, that means we gonna get it.
We'll have results for you tomorrow night with NBC News special coverage.
Now I'm talking about when you got the money.
We will be bringing you coverage as well in the morning on Today in Alabama. They'll also do live reports from our reporters on all the big races through our 6 o'clock newscast tomorrow night. Then tomorrow evening, we encourage you to check out live updates throughout the evening. We'll also be posting results on the bottom of your screen and online at our website and our news app.
Well, we are days removed from Hurricane Zeta, and some in Alabama are still waiting for power to return. Next on WSFA 12 News at 10 o'clock, a look at the efforts to get the lights back on and hear from those wanting to get residents better prepared for the next storm. Plus how you can help police bring peace to a family who lost a loved one in recent shooting.
And all is calm, all is quiet on this election eve. We'll talk about the forecast moving forward and a big problem in the tropics.
I'm going to vote.
Down to the south and show you that.
In the mountain. I know I voted. You can't be
Thank you for voting AIC Credit Union, Best Credit Union, and Best Mortgage Company in the
No, you can't vote. I'm talking about when we man, don't play.
Wherever it happens, depend on us to find out what's happening in your neighborhood.
That's right, baby. I thank you.
WSFA keeps me
That's what we
connected
did last year with you.
That's what my team pretty much says for you.
We don't just say we cover local news. We prove it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. WSFA 12 News, live, local, now.
That's all I watch is Jones William News.
The United States was built on the foundations of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Millions of people have defended these pillars of our democracy.
Please remember the sacrifice made by these Americans and make time to register to vote and obtain a government photo ID so you too can vote on November 3rd.
Voting is a sacrifices made by those who so bravely serve our country should never be forgotten. You took a chance on me, electing a Democrat to be your senator. I said you wouldn't agree with me on everything. You told me to work with everyone, and I did. Working across party lines, providing benefits for widows of our military veterans, reducing prescription drug prices for seniors, tax cuts to help businesses, keeping our military the world's strongest. I'm asking you for your vote so I can keep getting things done for you. I'm Senator Doug Jones, and I approve this message.
The winner of this week's Burger King Fever Chase Star Athlete is Nick Diaz of Highland Home School. Thanks for voting for this year's Burger King Fever Chase Star Athletes. Star Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Burger King.
Tonight, Central Alabama Crime Stoppers is asking for your help in solving a deadly shooting. It happened last month, October 14th, in the 4700 block of Parktown Way in Montgomery. Marlon Roberts died. Crime Stoppers and Montgomery City Councilman Aronde Mitchell each now offering $1,000 rewards for information leading to an arrest. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP.
Well, it's been about 4 days since Hurricane Zeta hit Alabama, causing damage across the state. Perry County was among the areas taking a hard hit in the storm. Well, tonight, an army of linemen have coverage on the area to get the electricity restored. WSFA 12 News reporter Brian Henry has the new information.
Lucia James has been sitting in the dark in her home for 5 long days.
Oh, I've been using my cell phone.
The only light emanating is the one from her cell phone. Every morning she uses her vehicle to charge it up.
It was easy because it was cold out here, but I mean...
Lucia James, of course, is not alone. According to Alabama Power, some 1,200 are still without power here in Perry County. How much have you lost, you think?
Look, you can see.
Throughout the day, that number dwindled to around 900. Power company leaders admit this has been a major inconvenience for many, but doing all they can to restore the juice. 100 linemen are on the ground at the Perry County area. Meantime,
there will be a next storm. Yes, sir.
Pastor Matthew Wilson is working at the current situation as a catalyst. With limited resources in Perry County, the pastor wants to form a coalition to improve the community response.
Having a conversation with some pastors, with some leaders here in the city to see what we can do to set up a disaster relief coalition of some sort.
Alabama Power says all of its customers will be back online by Wednesday of this week, and no one is more eager to see the light than Lucille James. In Perry County, Ron Henley, WSFA 12 News.
And work is coming along to restore electricity. Alabama Power has more than 28,000 people across the state without power. We're told that 95% of those who lost power have been restored. At last report, Central Alabama Electric Co-op has 4,400 outages. Pioneer Electric last report had about 1,900 without power. And Dixie Electric has all customers restored.
Make sure you have a light jacket as you head out the door tomorrow morning, and we encourage you to vote if you've not already. Many of us are expecting lows in the 30s. WSFA First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson with your Election Day forecast next.
First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson.
Our schools get rock bottom, bare minimum funding.
Our students deserve better.
COVID, our teachers need support.
More funding will update leaky, crumbling buildings.
And improve classroom instruction.
The last few years, school financial management and student performance improved.
Now, more funding is needed. It's obvious. Let's vote.
Let's vote for more public school funding.
Time to shoot and get the takedown. Shoot and get that takedown.
Want to eliminate odors without heavy, overwhelming scents? We get it. Introducing Febreze Light. It eliminates odors with no heavy perfumes and light scents you'll love.
Always pays.
New Febreze Light.
So let's go. Yes, I love those stripes.
Just between us, cleaning with a mopping bucket is such a hassle. Well, I've switched to Swiffer Wet Jet, and it's awesome. It's an all-in-one that absorbs dirt and grime deep inside, and it helps prevent streaks and haze. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
From the woods to the work site, from town to country, off-road to overtime. H&H's line of truck parts and accessories can give you the strength, armor, and functionality to look your best and tackle whatever comes your way. From the highway to your driveway. H&H Truck and Outdoor. Family-owned for over 30 years.
Noble here with Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air. It's a season of change. Since 1908, Dixie truly does it all. For a limited time, discover the Dixie difference with an $89 tune-up for electric, plumbing, or air. Hurry! Offer ends November 10th. Call today to schedule your no-contact appointment or visit calldixie.com.
Join the conversation. Like WSFA 12 News on Facebook. Now, your WSFA First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson.
We began to look at Election Day. The weather across Alabama couldn't be much nicer than this. A chilly start, 39 at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Patchy frost, a good possibility. No rain, no snow, no ice, no hurricanes, no major problems really anywhere in the country. It's a calm Election Day nationwide from the weather perspective. Outside now, this is Auburn University of Montgomery and the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. Green grass, clear sky. Nice shot looking back sort of towards the west here. So let's look forward. Pick your town or the one closest to you. Your day and your time right up here. Note that by tomorrow morning, many of us are in the upper 30s and low 40s. That's a chilly start. I think we end up in the mid-30s, almost area-wide. These numbers are just cold enough for some patchy frost just above the ground. So your elevated surfaces, your cars, house roofs, things like that, might get some frost. Agriculturally, this should be relatively low impact, but still, as a course of least regretted, family intended plants that you can cover and bring inside real quick before you head to bed tonight. Pets should be all right to stay outside, but as always, that's your personal decision. 32 degrees is the kind of cutoff that the veteran areas have told me. Below 32, they've got to come decide. No questions asked. Above 32, it's more of a judgment call as far as you and what you're comfortable with. Now, tomorrow itself, a nice day of sunshine. We end up in the 60s. Nice day. As I mentioned, a light breeze. There's no rain. There's not much going on locally. There is a lot going on now, though, down here. Look at this. This is a monster hurricane. Category 4 now. It's forecast to become a Category 5 storm. That's called a pinhole eye right there. When you get that very, very tight, symmetric eye, that is the mark of just a beast of a hurricane. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we have with this storm. Now, the updated track on this actually has it making landfall as Category 5 hurricane and then moving inland into Central America. It will spend several days down here. But by the weekend, there's growing evidence that this goes back over the water. Now, from here, all possibilities still on the table. If they go into the Gulf, if they go back into Central America, they can shoot across Cuba into the Atlantic. There's no need for you to worry about it at this point. We will keep watching the data, and once we see a clear signal, we'll let you know where we think it's going. But for now, no one knows. 36 tomorrow morning with chilly start, mid-70s through Friday to 70. More WSFA 20 to 10 next.
With Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson. Uneven floors got you rolling? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements, and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your area. It's time to get us going. OxStrong.com.
Look, Cleveland, someone out there needs help customizing their car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so they only pay for what they need. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 Liberty. I've always loved something, but it isn't always the healthy. Then I came across some healthy recipes and fitness tips from Blue Cross that have helped ever since I was diagnosed pre-diabetic. Now I'm putting my health and the health of my family first.
Feel better and be healthier with chiropractic care at Infusion Wellness Center. Our chiropractors use hands-on manipulation and other cutting-edge treatments to properly align the body structure, which maximizes natural healing and optimizes the body's ability to function. Step into health and vitality with our experienced chiropractors who can help treat not just an injury, but the entire body. We also offer ion therapy, phototherapy, laser therapy, cryoscan 3.0, light therapy, and IES biofeedback. The future of wellness is here.
I'm quite deep. Our family has been blessed over the last 40 years helping use furniture at home. At Johnson Furniture and Eclectic in historic downtown Greenville, we offer quality home furniture and accessories at everyday great savings. Choose from the large selection in our showroom or special orders are welcome. And delivery is free. From the Keith family to your family, thank you. Johnson Furniture, Eclectic in Greenville.
Uneven floors got you rolling? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements, and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your area. It's time to get us going. OxStrong.com.
A federal judge today rejected a last-ditch Republican effort to invalidate nearly 127,000 votes in Houston, Texas. The federal judge's ruling concerned ballots cast at a drive-through polling centers that were established during the pandemic. The lawsuit was brought by conservative activists who have rallied against expanded voting access in Harris County. The county is the nation's third largest and a crucial battleground in Texas. In New York City, many buildings and businesses are boarded up in anticipation of potential varying reactions to Tuesday's election results. This includes the NBC headquarters at 30 Brock. Workers were seen boarding up windows, doors, even access to stairways throughout Rockefeller Plaza. New York's mayor says the city is prepared for anything.
On the eve of the election, stocks closed higher at the beginning of a potentially turbulent week. The S&P 500 increased 30 points, the NASDAQ jumped 46, and the Dow was up 423 as more companies reported stronger profits than expected and manufacturing reports were better than expected. The 17-year-old accused of killing two demonstrators in Kenosha appeared in a Wisconsin court today. A cash bail was set for Kyle Rittenhouse for $2 million.
He faces multiple charges in connection with that shooting in August. The father of one of the men who was killed demanded $4 million bail, saying that Rittenhouse thinks he's above the law. The judge ultimately sided with prosecutors, noting the charges are serious and calling Rittenhouse a flight risk.
Developing tonight, 2 are dead and 15 are hurt after gunmen opened fire in half a dozen locations across central Vienna tonight. Authorities say 2 gunmen opened fire in what authorities are calling a terrorist attack. One gunman died, another is said to still be on the run. The shootings were centered around the city's main synagogue, closed at this time. Officials say the areas were crowded with people spending one more night out before COVID lockdown.
Next in sports, tickets on sale now for high school playoff games. What you need to know if you're interested in going. And we're hearing from the Trojans, the team looking to build momentum after a big win. Stick around.
Right now at Crystal, they got the big country meal deal. 2 country fried steak crystals dipped in white gravy with small top for $4.99 for a limited time only. Country fried steak crystal. Tony, what y'all doing in my house?
Oh, hey, we have a welcome back for it.
That's so nice.
Yeah, welcome back sports.
What?
Well, I want to have this shindig in my place, and I got DirecTV Select, so no ESPN.
Tony, switch to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV for just $44.99 a month when bundled with free on-demand and the Spectrum TV app and no contracts. Call 1-833-969-4499.
Tony, what are you doing in my house? There's my internet at home can't handle this speed.
So I told you 1,000 times, switch to Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum 100 megabit internet for $44.99 a month when bundled with free mode.
Switch to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV, just $44.99 a month each when bundled. Plus, ask about Sports Pack with your favorites like NFL Network and Red Zone. Spectrum will even buy out your current contract for up to $500. Call 1-833-969-4499.
Our story is made up of each story in our community. Max is who we are because of the lives we touch. Supporting your financial needs, whether for a rainy day or the big day. Every chapter flows into the next, and we want you to be prepared. Together, they are one epic narrative. Dreams realized, goals achieved. You control your money with expert guidance from Max Credit Union. Smart money, made simple.
Big country! Right now at Crystal, they got the big country meal deal. 2 country fried steak crystals dipped in white gravy with small top for $4.99 for a limited time only. Country fried steak crystals!
I love the truth. The truth sets you free.
Celebrate the 25th anniversary of Judge Judy.
Perfect!
Weekdays at 3 on WSFA 12 News. Now, WSFA 12 Sports with Katie Sutton.
Troy bounced back from the loss on homecoming to defeat the Arkansas State Red Wolves 38-10 in a game head coach Chip Lindsey says was good in all 3 phases.
Overall, I thought it was a very complete game. I know our guys were excited. Anytime you win a game on the road, like I said, and then have a long trip home, it makes that trip easier for our guys.
The Trojans are 2-1 in Sun Belt play and 4-2 overall. The team hopes to keep that winning momentum going on the road at Georgia Southern this Saturday. The goal is to stop that triple option offense.
We have to play sound defensive football. We have to know our keys. We have to know our jobs, and we have to execute the right way. Because if we don't, we're putting the game in their hands, and that's what they love to do.
But the key to the Trojans' success this season has actually happened off the field, building team chemistry.
One thing about football, it's the best team sport, in my opinion, that there is, because you rely on 11 different people every snap. And to do that and to play good football, you have to be united. So I think that's what I've seen is this team's just very close-knit.
I'm going to speak from my position, especially like the D-line, we're all tight, we all hang out, we're just boys, and you play harder for each other, you play tougher for each other, and you got that camaraderie.
The SEC announced its weekly player of the week award. Alabama's Malachi Moore was named the freshman of the week after playing a key part in the team's shutout win over Mississippi State. Moore had a team-high 8 tackles including one for a loss and 2 pass breakups. And over on the Plains, Derek Hall was named Defensive Lineman of the Week. Hall recorded his first 2 career sacks against LSU on Saturday and helped the team hold LSU to just 32 rushing yards. The AHSAA has altered ticket sales procedures for the 2020 postseason. Playoff tickets will be sold online only at gofan.co. A private sale for parents took place on Sunday, and tickets will be available for fans to purchase beginning at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Only a limited amount will be available due to coronavirus restrictions. Haley Sutton in WSFA 12 Sports.
Friday Night Football Fever. Sponsored by the Vance Law Firm and the V area.
As we celebrate 100 years of women's suffrage, we reflect upon a time when we could not register to vote nor hold public office. But now, we have the privilege of representing the people of Alabama in the state legislature. We must continue to educate and empower women because together we can continue to shatter records and overcome barriers.
What are you making, honey?
And obtain your photo ID so you too can exercise your right to vote on November 3rd.
If you were struggling with debt, what would you do?
I call attorney Stephen L. Klimczak. He helps people eliminate their debt.
You get a fresh start without losing a car or home.
And he helps stop all the harassing phone calls from bill collectors.
If I was struggling with debt, that's who I call, attorney Stephen L. Klimczak.
Stephen L. Klimczak. Attorney Stephen L. Klimczak.
If you're struggling with debt, call attorney Stephen L. Klimczak for a free consultation. Get a fresh start. 260-2920.
Today, I'm a proud pro-life mother of 2. But when I was 18, I had an unexpected pregnancy. Not a day goes by that I don't deeply regret having an abortion. I ask God for forgiveness, and Doug Jones should do the same. Jones has voted to spend our tax dollars on late-term abortion. He's so extreme, he supports abortion up until birth. Doug Jones doesn't share our Alabama values.
I'm Tommy Tuberville, and I approve this message. Tommy Tuberville's a football coach seeing everything as us versus them, and he's just too extreme. He supports the total ban on abortion, even for child victims of rape and incest.